This technology is regarding enhancement of livelihood for scheduled caste households through ICT technology enabled integrated and rural nutrition center in Coimbatore district in a village Madukkarai. So we have Dr. Jansi Rani. She is the head of Food Nutrition and Health Education Center in Coimbatore. This works under Amrita Vishwavidyapitham, and she has been associated with this institution from last 2 decades. She has been the principal investigator of several projects on the theme of food processing and product development. These projects were from various ministries like DSTs, Ministry of Education, etc. And she is also the UNICEF consultant and national resource person to NRLM in the thrust area of food nutrition. So I welcome Dr. Jansi Rani, and over to you, ma'am, for the brief introduction on your technology.
Thank you, Prabhat sir. Thank you for the team for organizing wonderful cross-learning science and technology. This is the technology, science and technology knowledge sharing on the ICT-Enabled Integrated Rural Nutrition Center, which is a unique opportunity created with the funding of DST. It's enhanced with information and communication technology. And this is a multidisciplinary project involving expertise from food science and nutrition and computer science engineering at Amrita Vishwavidyapitham. The location of the project is at Madukkarai block, which involves more than 9 communities and villages, including the SC community and also the rural beneficiaries, targeting the rural beneficiaries. So this is under the DST-SEED SE subplan, and the primary objectives are all targeted to achieve the sustainable development goals 1, 2, 3, 10, and 12. The objective: establishing an integrated rural nutrition center has a holistic approach for enhancing both livelihoods and nutritional well-being of the scheduled caste community of Madukkarai block. To set up an information and communication technology enabled IRNC is the thought which we have proposed across, and the technology which is evolving out of it involves the GIS-based mobile applications, image processing, and artificial intelligence and data analytics tools. So the livelihood improvement is through establishing developed technology, which is the information and communication technology, and also through the adopted technology, which is the food processing technology. So the nutritional health well-being factor and also the livelihood factor is being addressed in the second and third objective with the science and technology interventions. So the adopted technologies were solar dehydrating technology and the oil extraction, de-oiled extraction technologies are involved into this for utilizing the post-harvest, to avoid the post-harvest losses and to utilize the agri-foods for value addition. So nutritional and health and well-being objective is addressed by the application which is developed to monitor the diet diversity of the community. So the technology which is being adopted is the solar polyhouse, mechanical dryers, and also the oil extraction, which is the virgin oil extraction technology, which has a sound need from the community with the natural resources available in the community. So this is about the pamphlets and also the orientation of the technology to the community. And the community was oriented on the common facilities which are available. And there are two objectives, as we have been, have been very firmly believing on the livelihood promotion and also the nutritional and health and well-being. So the infrastructure have been started establishing and started utilizing. The common public have started utilizing the objectives. So the second objective is in bringing up the technology. That is the mobile application, which tracks the vulnerability resources and services of the community. So at the individual level, at the family level, at the community level, it is being tracked by the application, mobile application, and the data analyzed through this gives us the information on the communities, the 8 villages, livelihood options, income, prevailing skills, and what are the vulnerable population available with us, and the age groups, and also the entitlement services which they are receiving as far as the nutrition services are concerned. And also on the individual note, whether the at the family level, whether they have toilets attached, whether they have kitchen gardens attached. So these information are very crucial. Once if it is loaded into the application, it gives us an analysis on how the community is and in which aspects among the food, nutrition, health, and water, sanitation, hygiene, which aspect is the community weaker will be analyzed and interpreted. The second application is on the, this is all based on the anthropometric, biochemical, clinical, and dietary assessments which are made, and it is being fed into the application. The clinical symptoms are being trained to the community champions and the health champions. They expose themselves for the training, and they help us in filling up the detailed process of the mobile applications. So this is a glimpse of the mobile application and the data analyzed through the application on the occupation front, on the age group, on the age distribution, qualifications, and also on the habits, personal habits, vulnerabilities, diseases, and so on. So with the background information collected from the application, the second application, which is called as the diet diversity tracker or the food group tracker, is being designed. This is based on the 10 food group system introduced by ICMR, that is NIN. And based on the 10 food group system, we used to assess the community's day-to-day daily intake. It's a very simple application which gives only the information on how much food groups, how many food groups out of 10 did the individual took. So based on this, the information which is received is their diet diversity is only 1 to 2 or sometimes 3 to 4. So majority of the population is having a less diet diversity, and this is being tracked during and analyzed with the software on cloud on identifying which kind of food group is being taken on what days, and it also reveals such information like during the weekends the diet diversity improves, and sometimes during the weekdays it is decreasing. Sometimes it is related with the purchase power, sometimes it is related with the weekend money flow. So the variations by day and week are also interpreted through the diet diversity. So this is about the symptom checker, which is aligned with the diet diversity application, which gives us information on the BMI, on the height, weight, and body fat data, and also on the hemoglobin levels, which are being recorded into, and then the clinical symptoms. So based on these four, four information which is collected, that is the diet diversity, hemoglobin, biochemical parameters, clinical, and then the anthropometric parameters, the diagnosis comes in such a way that the person, the individual, I can assess my own status, health status, as it is normal, or I have mild risk towards protein deficiency, or towards malnutrition, or towards anemia, or whether I'm going towards high risk factors. So in such a case, the beneficiaries identified for nutritional deficiencies were 114 out of 200. Even mild vitamin C deficiencies, bleeding gums, have been recorded as symptoms, and these symptoms are identified, and the people are identified for their clinical symptoms and causes. So around 18 of them were found anemic, severe anemic, underweight, and then 40 of them were sent for the referral services like the primary health centers. So this is how the applications, the technology part. Is it moving? Is the slide moving?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I'm in the diagnosis results app. Am I right?
Yes.
So again, on the livelihood perspective, the center, the Integrated Rural Nutrition Center, acts as a livelihood promotion activity center, a training center, a capacity building center, and a skill building center based on the food processing skills. So the community is identified with certain income activities, certain livelihood promotion activities, and then they have been majority of them are farmers. That's an advantage, and the farmers were attracted towards value adding their products, and in that aspects, the oil extraction technology or the solar tunnel drawing technology were identified to be the most used beneficiary, friendly, the technologies, because the solar technology helps in drying their agri products, and then in value adding their products into oil, into powders, and so on. And they have been evolving into a business model, and then they have been developing their own products, and also for their own usage, individual usage, at a family usage. So these primary processing technology support is also being, so the availability of solar and the oil extraction technology and the primary processing technology as a food incubator in the rural nutrition center happens to be the common facility and attraction for the people who are interested to pick up their livelihood activities. So these are number of beneficiaries who actually benefited out of these technologies. They learned, they get trained, and then you will be very soon interacting with all of them as change makers, as community groups. These are the products which are being identified for marketing with the FSSAI certification, food safety standards, and hygiene perspective have been taken care. And these are the number of products. Around 15 products have been introduced to the community, and the community is taking up from village to village. They are promoting their products, and village to village they have started their small incubation businesses. So this is helping us to reach out to the community with livelihood options. And the fourth objective is the improving the diet diversity through the mobile application, and also through promotion of nutrition gardens and promotion of better eating practices and utilization of locally available food resources. So this is another facility which is available in the center, a nutritional counseling center, which helps them to identify the primary nutritional deficiencies through their symptoms and screening them. And then if they are very severe in their deficiency symptoms, then we refer them to the primary health center and to the district hospitals, and also support them with diet counseling services. So this is available, and training, trainings on eating habits, good eating habits, healthy food habits, promotion on locally available resources like moringa and the local greens are all being offered to the community around. And farmers are being introduced to this value addition process, and they have been oriented on the facilities of the value added of the facilities of the IRNC. And these are some of the products which have been developed, and the community gardens which have been, a lot of IEC materials have been developed for the training, and these efforts are now being very nearer to the community. Now I'll be running through a short video to show the significance of the center, and also very soon our beneficiaries will be talking to you all.
All right.
Just a second, sir. I'll be running the video.
Amrita Vishwavidyabhidam take this occasion to thank Amrita DST-SEED SC Subplan Program for giving this opportunity with research funding. Integrated Rural Nutrition Center is situated in the midst of the community to support them with health, well-being, and livelihood enhancement through science and technology interventions. The center is supported to achieve its core objectives: to develop ICT-enabled GIS-based mobile applications, to enhance livelihood through adopting appropriate food processing technology solutions, and to improve health and well-being, facilitating via knowledge dissemination center, counseling services, setting up community kitchen garden, awareness, and various training programs. A GIS-based mobile app is developed to understand the background information at the individual level, household level, and at the community level. And another Android application is developed which will record the dietary intake, including food group intake for 28 days, anthropometric and biochemical measurements, clinical signs and symptoms of macro and micronutrient deficiencies on monthly basis for 1 year, and interpret the same with the respective nutritional shortcomings. The community champions were trained on the application and usage of the developed Android app to execute in their own community. The identified vulnerable population are directed to the Knowledge Dissemination Center, which facilitates them with nutritional counseling and referral services. This center aims in sensitizing the community on the significance of diversity in food groups, inclusion of fruits and vegetables in their daily meal, nutrient requirements during special conditions, foods to be included and excluded in their daily diet, significance of locally available seasonal foods, etc. Training modules on all the above said activities are developed for knowledge dissemination purpose. Pamphlets, booklets, and posters were distributed to the community. As per the data collected via the GIS Vulnerability Mapping Android app, the community around is surviving with minimum basic requirements and facilities for their agri products. Hence, technology on Solar tunnel polyhouse is adopted and implemented. Solar dehydration reduces processing loss, retains nutrients, and increases the shelf life of the product. Farmers bring their produce and convert them into value-added products through the solar polyhouse. Another technology on cold press oil extraction is also adopted and implemented in the center. Since cold press extraction is executed at the room temperature, it retains antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals, which neutralizes the free radicals and improves immunity. Farmers around bring their produces like groundnuts, coconuts, and sesame and extracts pure and natural oil from the same. Apart from the above two technologies, primary processing technologies like wet and dry pulverizer, vacuum packing, and mechanical dryer seems to be more essential in value addition. Those interested in food-based enterprise utilize the available facilities and convert their produce as value-added products like value-added batter, instant mixes, masala powders, health mixes, pickles, vadams, etc. Here, we would like to showcase with example the complete production cycle. This is the process of how moringa leaves are value added into masala mixes.
நான் 8 மணில இருக்கேன். எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் விவசாயம் தெரியும். வேலைக்கு போயிட்டு வந்துட்டு கொஞ்சம் வீட்ல பக்கத்துல இடம் இருக்கு. அதுல கொஞ்சம் விவசாயம் வந்து காய்கறி எல்லாம் போட்டு கீரை இதெல்லாம் போட்டு நானும் என் மனைவி உற்பத்தி பண்ணியிருக்கோம். எங்களுக்கு வீட்டுக்கு தேவையான பொருளை எடுத்துக்கிட்டு எட்டிமேட காலேஜ்ல இருந்து வந்து சொல்லி கொடுத்தாங்க. கொஞ்சம் காலேஜுக்கு கொண்டு வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வியாபாரம் ஆகும். நீங்களும் கொஞ்சம் நல்லா பணம் சொல்லுவீங்க. இல்லை நல்லா சௌகரியமா இருக்கும். சௌகரியமா இருக்கு. அதனோட கொண்டு வந்தா நீங்களும் வாங்கி நீங்களும் சாப்பிட காய்கறிகள் நல்லா பிரமாதமா இருக்கும்.
To improve the health and well-being of the community and increase the diversity in their daily diet, the center aims at sensitizing the community on the significance of community kitchen garden to grow their own produce. Various training was initiated cultivating local and seasonal vegetables, fruits, and leafy vegetables that can be grown on their backyard. Their gardening skills and interest resulted in better utilization of their own fresh produce, which increased their diversity in diet, and also excess produce were sold in the community farm outlets. These measures helps us to enhance livelihood and improve health and well-being of the community.